Before I get into this jam-packed weekend, I want to explain how I actually got this opportunity and what the DHL Commentator Challenge was. So basically I had to commentate over some fastest laps, and it was this huge competition that I really did not think I was going to win, and I won it, and they flew me out to Bahrain. And you this year, if you really want this opportunity, you can also apply through DHL Motorsports. I will link their social media all down below. I'll also give you a link to my video with DHL that they recorded of my weekend, as well as how to enter the competition and my entry to the competition if you're interested. So yeah, let's get into it.
Get down!
I'm in frame. Okay. Sailor. So we've just checked in to my first flight of the day, which is Belfast to Heathrow. It was a bit of a mess, not gonna lie. So yeah, our flight is at 5 to 9, and you can tell I haven't started. So yeah, not long to wait. Thought I might miss my flight at one point. Hopefully my bags go through all the way to Bahrain and we don't lose them. So yeah, see you on the flight, and hopefully all goes well and nothing is delayed.
Thank you, cabin crew. Seats now for takeoff.
My head! I have my clip in. Oh. Jesus Christ. We're here! Oh, what am I doing? So, I have landed in Bahrain. It does not feel real at all. Like, we're going to the track tomorrow. I'm gonna be with the drivers tomorrow. Well, technically today, because it is 20 past 1 in the morning. I'm to be at the track for 10, so I should probably sleep. But yeah, this feels insane. Like I'm actually in a dream. So, oh my god, I'm gonna be in the same space as the drivers. I hope to meet some of them, say hello. Hopefully I'm not shy enough to be like, I don't want to talk to you, but yeah, this is a really big opportunity, so I want to enjoy it as much as I can, soak it all up, and yeah, do my best on the Saturday, so yeah. Oh my god. It is 7 a.m. and I'm so tired still from the flight. I didn't sleep too well actually. I think I'm just like so excited. But also I really needed sleep, so my brain just wouldn't shut off. So oh my god. I'm leaving here at 9:30 to get a taxi to the track. Obviously there's the first test of the day, the morning session, so I'm gonna try and see if I can get seats somewhere. if not, like, being in the paddock's fine for me. Just standing about, wandering around, so yeah. See you when I wake up and get up. But first is breakfast. Welcome to day one of our 2-day weekend. Here we have the lovely Bahrain view out in the desert. Day one, it's gonna be a pretty fun day. I don't have to do my commentary and there won't be a film crew following me today, that's tomorrow. So we're just gonna relax, enjoy testing, hopefully meet some familiar faces. Mum wants to get her Carlos Sainz hat signed. You've got that in your bag, haven't you?
It's in my bag. First thing I packed.
So yeah, see you on the track.
Junior watching, I be on my Junior watching, I be on my Tell him this, did he miss? Junior watching, I be on my I can't really see where did I miss. Junior watching, I be on my Did he miss? Junior watching, I be on my ex-strippers, new killers, shot.
As soon as I walked into the paddock, I saw a very familiar face, and that was Ted Kravitz. And after I did my commentary, he actually gave me some advice on things I could work on and how I had potential, which was really kind of him. And he was just overall such a lovely guy. He is exactly how you see him on the TV. He's so sweet and so kind, and yeah, I just love meeting him.
Junior watching, I be on my Junior watching, I be on my all summer, all summer, $4-5 in pajamas, they piranhas, buy out the stolen hours, like we planned it. Junior watching, I be on my
First driver I got to meet was Oscar Piastri, and he was so lovely. He actually wished me luck for my commentary, and he spent time to actually take this photo with me, which was really lovely of him, because I think he was on his way to do an interview, so we were kind of holding him back a wee bit. So already, only just walked into the paddock and I had spoken to Ted, Oscar, and seen so many drivers who I've admired and watched for years. So after this we got a tour of the paddock as well as the paddock club, which wasn't open yet, but we got to just have a wee sneak peek of what was about and stuff. And then we went down into, they had like this part of the paddock club that was always open, but it was right beside the Williams garage, so you could see the cars coming out in the pit lane. So we stood there for ages, and my god, I could have stayed here forever just to see the cars go past.
move out of the way of my release, trying to get me.
You really don't understand how loud these cars are until you're standing literally right beside them. And I know that these cars aren't as loud as the older cars were in the likes of the 90s and the V10s and all that type of era, but they're so loud, and to hear the different sounds of each car, they all sound kind of different and have a different, deeper tone to them, or a higher pitched tone. I think, yes, you can hear on TV the different sounds of the cars, but there really is that huge difference when they're right in front of you, as well as seeing the size of these cars. Again, they're way huger than they were in the likes of the 90s, but it was just so insane.
Yes, are you
Away to the paddock club, I ran into Will Buxton, and he was so lovely again, exactly how you see on the likes of TV. Gave me some advice and then wished me luck for tomorrow. Now, the paddock club, something I've always dreamed about, and to actually be able to be a part of this VIP club was insanity. The food was so nice, and just to sit around all these rich people who I know I'll never sit with again was quite the privilege. I'll tell you something, we got to drink the Ferrari sparkling wine or champagne, whatever you want to call it, and it took everything in me to not keep asking for more and more and more, because I knew I wouldn't be able to stand if I kept asking. But it was so nice, and the food was so nice. I could just sit there all day and just go up and down like a buffet and just keep asking for more, but I tried to control myself. Afterwards, we got to go on the photo safari, which is basically where we get driven to certain points of the track that a normal fan wouldn't usually be able to get into, like right up next to the barriers, and see the cars go past. And it was so cool to see them in just these angles that you would only really get on TV, and to be that close up to the cars was again a dream come true.
A better exit.
Once the photo safari was completed, we had a spare couple of hours until the track and paddock closed, so we went back into the paddock and we walked about, tried to see if we could spot any familiar faces, which we did. We saw Carlos Sainz Sr., and then we went back up to the balcony of the paddock club and watched the cars go by until the session was over. To end the most magnificent first day, we got to go on what I like to call the driver's parade. So basically it's like kind of the same bus you see the drivers use for the driver's parade, and we get driven around the track, and we actually had Jean Lacey on the bus with us, and he spoke about the different corners, strategy, so many things, and it was so lovely to get all that information as well as to actually be on the track and kind of see what it's like for the drivers, although not in a Formula 1 car and a way higher up, but it was so cool. Okay, I'm just out of the shower, so please ignore this hair. It was an insane day from start to finish. Meeting the drivers, which felt so real when you just see these people on TV for like practically like for like years and years and years and years, and to have them in front of you, it is so strange. You're like, why are you there? I can't believe it still. But tomorrow is a very important day. Tomorrow is the commentating. Another full-packed busy day, but with a tad bit more stress of actually commentating live. I am nervous, of course I am, because this is a big deal for me. It's something I take really seriously. I want to do well at it, but I just need to relax, calm, hopefully all goes well. See you tomorrow. So it's the morning. It is, I think it's 10 to 8. I'm gonna go back on track at 10 a.m. again, like yesterday. So today's a big day. Essentially, it is commentating day. So yeah, a bit nervous, I will not lie, but it's pre-season testing commentating, so it's quite chilled and relaxed. It's more of like a chat rather than a intense commentary. So that's happening at 4. So yeah, I have all of the morning to walk around the paddock. I'm also meeting Laura Winter, You probably know her from F1 TV, and she commentates loads of other things like golf, snooker, rugby. So yeah, I'll be meeting her at some point. Yeah. Right over our hands off. Having had a really nice lunch at the Paddock Club, it was finally time for me to do what I actually flew out to Bahrain for, and it was the commentary. But just before we did the commentary, I had to do some filming for DHL, which you can see in these clips ahead. It was so fun to be actually filmed and kind of interviewed. It was very weird. Usually I'm the one kind of thinking of the questions, but it was quite nice to meet the likes of Laura Winter, who was so sweet and so kind and gave me some advice, as well as just being overall so supportive and so lovely to speak to. I was filmed right up into me actually going into the commentary booth, so yeah, I had the mic on the whole time, and then I waited outside the commentary booth just to make sure that Alex, Jax and everybody was ready for me to come in. I'll link down below the video that was filmed, as well as you'll be able to see more clips of me actually in the commentary booth when I did my commentary. I have to say, it was a pretty surreal experience to actually commentate live, because it was for Sky Sports and F1 TV, not just any network. You know, no pressure. When I was in the commentary booth, I kind of thought, oh, maybe I didn't do that well, but as soon as I left, my phone blew up. Like, the amount of messages I was getting from people asking if Sky Sports can take me on as an apprentice, or if I would be doing this again, and it was really sweet. So if you're someone watching this who actually gave me a really nice message, I just want to say I really appreciate it, especially because I kind of had doubts if I deserved to win this competition, whether I deserved to actually have this opportunity. So to get so many lovely messages, it really meant a lot, so thank you. Sadly, my time in Bahrain was coming to an end, but to finish it off, I got to meet Pat Simmons, the legend himself, and we went to the pit gantry. He actually got to explain to me in detail about F1 telemetry. At first I just kind of saw them as squiggly lines on a graph, but he went into detail, and I actually started to understand what these lines meant and how drivers look at these lines and see how they can improve their lap times and be faster than their teammate. He was so down to earth and is such a legend of the sport, so it was an honour to speak to him. Just before I left the track, I managed to get hold of George Russell's New Vegas jacket that they were wearing for the promotional videos for the Las Vegas Grand Prix that's new this year. I got to keep it as well, so it's just a random jacket I have that George Russell wore that will forever stay in my closet. I just have to say that this experience was a once in a lifetime, and has really pushed me to achieve my goals of one day hopefully being a Formula 1 presenter. I just want to again say a huge thank you to everybody who listened to my commentary, as well as send me lovely messages. It really does mean a whole lot to me, and hopefully you'll see me one day on the track again. So I'm just going to put up some photos here of other drivers that I met that I didn't really have time to talk about. I'm also going to Spa this year, so you'll probably see another vlog from me soon about my experience in Spa, not as a commentator or a presenter, just as a normal fan. If you have any questions about my experience, please leave them down below in the comments. I might be doing like a kind of a Q&A or follow-up about things I didn't really have time to speak about in this video, so let me know if that's something you'd want to see, and thank you so much for watching.